Sis, you did everything right. So why does it still feel wrong? Hello all, if you're new to me, my name is Dr. Sherelle MacArthur, otherwise and better known as Dr. Mac. I am a professor, an educational researcher, an author, and a wellness and life coach to women of color broadly, but Black women specifically. Sis, maybe you have the marriage and the kids and or the degrees, the title, the house. You checked every single box that they gave you. So why do you wake up some mornings or go to bed some evenings and still feel like something is missing? I was coaching this dope sister once, right? And she did everything she was told success looked like. From the outside, she had it all together. Sis was bad, okay? But privately, she had an emptiness that she couldn't name, and she felt guilty for feeling it. And she couldn't bring it up to family and friends because they were like, look at everything you have, right? Naming the cars, and, oh, you did this, and you went on this vacation. She didn't have a safe space, a safe place to feel comfortable being vulnerable, to come undone, and to become. And so enter I, she hires me because she didn't have the language for what was wrong, because technically nothing was wrong. Someone had handed her a prescription for what a good and successful life looked like. And she filled it faithfully. She got the degrees, she went on the internships, she worked her way up, made it to the C-suite. But prescriptions are made for symptoms, not for souls. Some of us are feeling the status quo, feeling it and feeling it, the status quo, right? Some of us are filling the prescription that was given to us. And for many other people, that may have worked. It may have worked for their life. Or it may have worked for a younger version of her. Who this sister was when she met me was not who she was 20 years ago. And so what was prescribed for her may not be the medicine that she needs now. Does that make sense? And part of it is that much of what we have chosen to chase was handed us by family, by culture, by religion, by our society, before we really had the opportunity to question what we desired and what we didn't. I have a friend who is in finance and has been in finance for over 20 years. I've known her for 21 years, and she was in finance when I met her, and she's great at what she does. But she tells me all the time that if she had chosen a life for herself, she wouldn't have chosen finance. She went into finance because mom was in finance and because grandma was in finance. And so here we have these generation of women who knew what worked for them, right? Grandma knew this is what worked for me so I could take care of my kids. And so she imparted upon her daughter, this is what worked for me. You should try this to take care of your children. And so that's what she did. And she gave that to her oldest. This is what worked for me and grandma. You should do this to take care of your family. And so I have this friend that's incredible in finance, and she hates it now. She wishes that she would have been given a different prescription, right? Because there's nothing wrong with the degrees or the title, the job, the positions, the money, the marriage, the house, the kids, the cars, the dog. The problem is we've never paused to ask, what do I actually want my life to feel like? Not just look. How do I want my life to feel? I think part of it is also this high achieving Black women are accustomed to achievement that is achievement, success, filling goals that is external and measurable versus fulfillment that is internal and felt. Do we see the difference there? We've made it through all these ranks, and we know that because we have external validation and these measures, these benchmarks that we've hit. So we've hit these achievements, but we don't feel fulfilled because fulfillment is internal and a feeling that many people never talk to us about, never underscored what that looked like for them. What they did was hand us what success meant by external markers. The amount of money you have, the man on your arm, if your kids are doing well, or the type of college your kids go to, or Jack and Jill, or, tennis, golf, football, basketball. Really doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that it was given to us as this is what success looks like. But nobody told us what success feels like. So we have the prescription working against us. We have borrowed definitions of success. And we have this discrepancy between our achievements external and our fulfillment internal. And that leads many of us, if this is for you and you feel guilty, it leads many of us to feel guilty. So if this is for you and you feel guilty, I need you to know and understand that two things can exist at the same time. Sometimes it's challenging to feel unfulfilled when we know and recognize, acknowledge, and also have thrown in our faces our privileges and our blessings. I need you to understand that you can be grateful for the life that you have and still desire more. It's okay, sis. Gratitude and longing can coexist. I needed to pause there because I'm certain that there are some bodies who needed that relief, that needed that permission. Gratitude and longing can coexist. So my clients know that I like to give a little bit of love work, a little homework. Dr. Mack is also a former teacher. So, what we do together is one thing, and the processing when we aren't together is another. So what I'd like to do is to give you some reflective questions. Maybe they'll just be something that you pause about right now as you're listening to me. Maybe it's something that you'll rewind the tape back and sit with a question or all of the questions later. Maybe you write in a journal or, journal on your phone and you'll type out these questions and sit with it. However you want to go about it, I'm here for. So I want you to reflect on the following questions. Question 1, whose definition of success have you been living by? So in the example of my friend, she's kind of technically living by grandma's definition of success because it was given from grandma to mom to her. Who pushed it was probably her mom, but the definition of success came from grandma. So that's the question number 1. Whose definition of success have you been living by? Question 2, if no one would be disappointed in you or confused by your answer, what would a fulfilling life actually look and feel like to you? Right? Some people chose a major in engineering when they really wanted to be in theater. Some people chose a degree in psychology when they really wanted to study art. So, if no one would be disappointed or confused by your answer, what would a fulfilling life actually look and feel like for you? I have a colleague. We went to the same institution for our doctorates, and she has worked her way up in a particular educational sphere. And sis, several years ago, I don't know how long, but several years ago, sis turned to pottery. I honestly don't know her origin story with that, but she turned to pottery, and most of her Facebook page, because we are Facebook friends, most of her Facebook page is her beautiful ceramics. She makes mugs. This is not one of them, but she makes mugs and bowls, and I've looked at her stuff. It's really freaking good. And but somebody could have called her crazy if that's what she had decided, that she was going to leave this educational sphere and step out on a ledge and start making mugs and plates and cups. And someone would have said, "What are you doing? You got a PhD. You got the husband, the kid, the house. How you gonna take care of yourself making ceramics?" And what started as a hobby, she now actually sells, and it's beautiful, right? So that's question number 2. Question number 3. What have you achieved that you're proud of? And what have you achieved that you did mostly for others? Ooh, 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 ooh. What did you do that was never for you in the first place? What did you do that was never for you in the first place? It's funny. My parents got married at 19 out of high school. My mother is a registered nurse, and she has all the letters. No, I don't want to miss any letters. My mother has all the letters, okay? Legal nurse practitioner, RN. She was a major in the U.S. Air Force. She's done nursing from every sphere all around, right? But what she would have done was to become a physician. She would have became a doctor. But at the time, at 19, and listening to what she needed to be as a wife and how much extra time it would have taken her to go to medical school. So I'm certain she's proud of all the things that she has done, the places that she's been at, surgeries, procedures, all these different kinds of things she's taught. But what does she achieve for someone else? What does she achieve that wasn't her life's goal, but somebody else needed her to go or walk a certain path? And I know that's not just for my mother. I know that's for other people too. Maybe you did not want to go to med school. Maybe you did not want to go to college at all. Maybe you did not want to become a mother. Like, I think we need to be willing to say the hard truths. There are plenty of wonderful mothers who didn't desire motherhood. There are some women who have wonderful marriages that never saw themselves as a wife. And though he's wonderful, if they could do it again, they'd be footloose and fancy free. I mean, I think that what I hope we can do is liberate ourselves and find some freedom in the notion that this is a safe place to speak our truth